So karon atong isgutan ang undefined terms sa geometry. So kaning undefined terms, as what I've said in the previous video, mo ni siya ang terms, mga terms na building blocks nato. Kaya di na man magbitan-bitanan. Ang lain na mga concept like ang theorem, ang postulate, o ang defined terms. Ani nagkagkan sa undefined terms. So here you go. Undefined terms are basically do not have a formal definition. These are terms na wala gyud siya formal definition. And they are just three. There are only three undefined terms. Points, line, ug ang plane. Kaning tulo mora gini ang gitawag nato undefined terms. Ang idea if napun-an naglain, which means ano additional na statement or details, that's the time na makaingon tag definition na siya. So let's have this one. For example, ang kaning point can be described in any form. Can be anything that can suggest na makahimog point is a point already. Then take note, we are just focusing our attention to the geometry itself. In the first statement here, a point indicates a location or a position in space. So if you have a map or if you have this kind of global positioning system, GPS, a map or something, you can represent a point as a location. So if you have that kind of material on hand or equipment or tools, you can actually put something there and can be represented by a point. Another details here, a point has no dimension or actual size because it could be big, small, or it's up to you. And a point also has no length or width, no thickness. And number four, a point is usually named with a capital letter. Same what you have seen here in the on the screen. So A, B, and C. This is how we name a point. It should be a capital letter. In the coordinate plane, a point is named by an ordered pair. That is why in our previous lessons, the last quarter, XY here can represent a point. And the last one, while we represent a point with a dot, the dot can be very tiny or very large. Remember, a point has no size. So that's the idea of a point. And this was actually taught when you were in your grade 7 years. But in your grade 8, we will do something a little complex here, little by little. So let's now proceed to the next idea. The following examples that represents the idea of a point, a tip of a needle, a period, a sharp end of a pin, very small stone, tip of a pencil. So these are the example. And here, the next undefined term is a line, or basically we are referring to straight line. So a line has no thickness, it could be big, large, or something. A line also is a length extends in one dimension. So it could be in the left side, right side, one dimension. A line goes forever in both directions. So it could be extended, it should be extended, and it will not end. That's why it goes forever in both directions. A line has infinite line and zero width and zero height. So that's the concept of a line. A line is assumed to be straight. A line is drawn with arrowheads. And a line, lastly, a line is named by a single lowercase script, a letter, or any by or 2 points with a line on the line. Actually, I can add something with it. A line can also be represented by Greek letters like alpha, beta, gamma, and can also be represented by two letters depending on the position of a line on the illustration being given. Though later we will expound on these details. So now that's the second undefined term, which is a line. Now let's proceed to its example. The idea of a line can be represented by the following: a hair, clotheslines, magic swan, welding rod, and bamboo. And anything that can form an ending and yeah, infinite combinations of that's actually 2 points can form one line. Let's have this, the third and the final undefined term, the last undefined term, which is a plane. A plane has two dimensions because we are just referring to its length and its width. So width and length, that's the idea of a plane. Two dimensions. A plane has infinite length, infinite width, and zero thickness. So zero thickness. A plane is drawn as a four-sided figure resembling a top and a parallelogram. So as you can see in our illustration, that's a plane. A plane is named by a single letter, that's M in this example, or by three coplanar. Coplanars means same plane. So three coplanar, but non-collinear. So these cannot form a straight line, but they are actually forming a one plane. So for example, here points in a plane ABC. For example, we have here a plane can be represented with the following: top of a table, a frame, a chalkboard, television screen, a floor. That is a plane. So there you have it. So now, for your activity, would you please tell whether each of the following represent the idea of a line, a point, or a plane?